What's up, you guys? It's Jeremy, and inside of this video we're going to talk about the building blocks of life. So I just want to get right into it because I feel like this is a really important thing that could help a lot of you guys out, because I know once I fully understood this and exercised it in my own life, it changed absolutely everything for me. When I say the building blocks of life, what I'm meaning, you guys, is throughout your whole life you're going to have a lot of ups and a lot of downs, no matter what you do, whether it's business, whether you want to work a job, whether you want to be a doctor, whether you want to be a teacher, business owner, singer, songwriter, whatever you want to be. No matter what you do in life, you're going to face these really high highs and really low lows. So what I mean when I say building blocks, and why I'm saying building blocks, is because your whole life you're building. You're essentially whatever you're building, your knowledge, your business, your schooling, your education, whatever it is, all three of them, your muscles, you're working out, right? Whatever you want to do, right? Whatever you're building, you're always building. I look at it like you're building these blocks, right? And say right now, when you first start your life, you just don't have any blocks, you know? When you first start your life, you're having to build the first block, right? So you build that first block, whatever that is. You graduate, you get a job, that first block for you, whatever that ended up being. And then from there, you're just continually building blocks, right? When you have one of these really high highs and you're building all these blocks, and then all of a sudden somebody knocks them all down. Say you have 2 blocks, right? Got to the point where you've done 2 big things in life. You got 2 things going for you. It's been really good. And then boom, somebody comes in and knocks it down. Now you only have 1 block. So you're back to, basically like ground 1, right? You're back to step 1. When this really hit me was when I first started making money online when I was in high school. Was grinding my whole life. Nothing ever worked. And then I first started getting a business that like kind of made money. And it started to make like good money for my age. And I was like, super excited, super hype. And then all of a sudden it stopped making money. And I was like, whoa, I got knocked from level 2 back down to level 1, right? And I was like, I know I'm, being energetic about it and hype about it and entertaining about it, but it's a feeling that's really dark. Get a taste of a good thing and then you lose it. It's the worst, right? And nobody likes that feeling. What I didn't understand at the time, but I do now, is that even though I got knocked down, I was still starting at a higher point than I was before, because I still had the first block that I built, right? They knocked me off level 2, but I was still on level 1. There was a point where I was at ground 0, so I was still at level 1, right? They didn't knock me back down to ground 0. They can't, because the knowledge that I've learned to get to level 2 can't be taken away. My rock bottom was raised. It doesn't matter how much you go like this, it matters how far you dip. All you need to do is build your blocks high enough to where your base is so high that even if you get knocked down a bunch, you have such a high rock bottom or such a high base that you cannot get destroyed. As long as you move up 2 stairs every time you get knocked down 1 stair, you're eventually gonna just keep getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, to where even if you get knocked down 3 stairs one time, you've had grown 2 stairs for every 1 stair you get knocked down so many times that you can take a little hit because your rock bottom has been raised so high at that point. And the cool part about this is you don't even have to try to do this. You have to just experience life. Your rock bottom naturally raises as your blocks are essentially what you learn, right? Your blocks in life, when I refer to blocks, it means basically what you learn, right? Like, for example, you all of a sudden you go and you start a business, right? And your base level, you have a job right now, so you're on block 1, right? You have a job right now, you're doing good. Boom, you quit that job, you go start a business, right? All of a sudden that business triples or quadruples what you're currently making. So now you go from block 1 to block 4, right? So now you got 4 blocks because you're 4 times essentially now at a 4 times different level than you were. So now you're at block 4, right? Suddenly the business crashes, burns, it's over. And now you get knocked back down. 2 of your blocks fall off. You lose half of everything because you lose your business. You lose your business, right? You lose half of everything, say. But that's a new rock bottom, because now you're working off 2 blocks when before you were working off 1. So you just keep raising that lower, that lower bar, that rock bottom level throughout life. And eventually you'll get to the point where you have stacked so many blocks, even if you get insanely knocked down, you don't have to worry. And that is where true free peace of mind comes. When you can make decisions in your life and and you don't even have to think about money. And in no way am I there yet. And in no way am I making this video saying that like, oh, I'm there or anything. You know, I want to build a school which is going to cost, you know, billions and billions of dollars. So it's going to take a long time for me to get to the point where I can freely spend, you know, whatever, right? I'm giving this as examples to life because, you know, my goals are a little different than like somebody who wants other things. Like, obviously, you know, I have different goals and my goals are a little bit more like going to take my whole life type of thing, you know? So I'm just giving this advice as like, you know, life advice for everybody though, no matter what goals you have. This applies to you, you know, whatever it is in life you're doing. If it's you're, you know, going for a promotion at work, right? And then you get that promotion and then you get knocked back down. You might get knocked back down to where you were before, but you're not actually, it might seem like you are, but you're not actually there because you have gained the knowledge since last time you were there. You know, you've gained the knowledge now at being above the current level that you got knocked down to. So you're able to get back out of that a lot easier. It's really, really important to understand that life is all about building your blocks. Just build your blocks to the point where you get to such a high base that even if you get knocked down, you still land so high that you're above you're already at that point where it doesn't matter. You can get knocked down and you're still going to be standing on so many blocks that you're good. You'll think about the good and the bad things and you'll know that they're all meant to happen. All the good and all the bad, it's all meant to be there. You know, life's not meant to be easy, it's meant to be life. When you build you're building your blocks in life always. So even if you're going through a bad time right now, you feel like you can't make it through, it's not going to happen, it's not going to work, you're not going to make it. You're just building your next block. The next block that you might be building right now might be super tough. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's not going to be, because life's tough. Life takes insane amounts of commitment to do a lot of the things that you probably desire to do. But all you need to worry about is that you're building these blocks. You're building these blocks. You're going through this bad time, but hey, it's worth it because you're learning how to go through that bad time. And you're not going to let yourself quit. You're going to hold yourself. You're going to be your best friend. You're going to tell yourself you love yourself when nobody else does. You're going to believe in yourself when it feels like nobody else will. You're going to pat your back when it feels like nobody else will. You're going to tuck yourself in at night. You're going to cuddle yourself to sleep. I've spent so many nights alone, by myself, sacrificed so many things to figure out myself, because I knew that, you know, I'm not gonna go, you know, try to cling on to somebody else right now just because I want to. I need to figure myself out first so I could be the best for other people as well, no matter how bad it is, no matter how hard it is. When you see the light in the dark situations, your whole life starts to light, and you light this whole tunnel to a vision that you might have never knew you had in you. A purpose, a deeper meaning, something that's in you that is dying for you to do, you know, that you feel like you need to do, a burning desire to complete this challenge in life. And once you acquire that, once you light your tunnel enough to see that for yourself and see what that purpose is, what that greater good is for you, it makes life and everything so much more impactful. You notice the things that you do because you care about the things that you do, because you know where you're going. But it all starts by just building those blocks, lighting that tunnel, you know, just building those blocks, just one block at a time. You're gonna have negatives, you're gonna have positives, but you need all of it to build the blocks. You can't just have positives and you can't just have negatives. So you need both. So no matter what you're going through right now, it's okay, because you need that. That's what you need right now. That's what you need. You need to go through this. You will get through it. Hold your own hand. Cuddle yourself. Love yourself. You got this. Just get out there, take action, and start building your blocks.